Hey everybody. So today, first off, right now I am struggling with an anxiety attack. I've been in a state of anxiety for the past about 4 hours. Just trying to basically not give it power. I'm trying to not feed it. So anytime that I start kind of having these anxious thoughts and feelings physically, I'm trying to stop it, trying to manage it. So what I'm doing is really just practice mindfulness of, hey, everything, you're safe. What you're freaking out about is not happening. And two, I really wanted to touch base today on that mindfulness. So I actually went out and got a new book. I'll show you more here in a little bit, so that way it's not backwards. But I'm really looking forward to doing this workbook. But again, I wanted to talk to you about mindfulness, on how that can really help manage anxiety. As I've mentioned in previous videos, whenever I first started doing it, I was like, how is that gonna stop my anxiety by me focusing on the present? Because presently I don't feel good. But I really wanted to say that from my personal experience, it really does help. It grounds you. So really, like I said, within the past about 4 hours, I have been just struggling. And I know it doesn't probably look like it on the outside, but inside I'm struggling a lot. And my heart is racing really fast. Hard to breathe at times, and to the point where I'm getting dizzy and feeling like I may pass out. And then, your mind kind of wanders and goes down a spiral of just all the bad things that could happen. So what I do is, once I start acknowledging it and noticing that, I may start thinking about all these bad things, that whether they have happened to me or not, I start thinking about this. I'll just use an example. I start thinking about, like, I'm driving down the road and it's like, oh my gosh, what if my car breaks down? What am I going to do if all of a sudden my tire just falls completely off of my car? Now, that's never happened to me before in real life, but I started imagining it to the point where it felt real, that I could actually feel how I would react and how I would feel, and start thinking about all these different options of, oh my gosh, well, I'm going to have to pull over. I hope I don't cause an accident. Who am I going to call? What am I going to do from there? And it's just that downward spiral of, one bad thought leading into a chaotic mess, to be honest. And this is something that's just, I'm using as just a small example. That actually was something that I was worried about. And again, it's not something that has ever happened to me in real life, but it became so real in my mind, like I was replaying a movie, like if I actually had experienced it. And so it caused my anxiety and started triggering into panic of, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And it's, so mindfulness, I practiced that by stopping that and saying, hey, you're driving down the road, everything is perfectly fine. You're not in that situation. If you do get into that situation, okay, then you can start thinking about it and feeling those emotions. But right now, you're safe. And, by me thinking about all these thoughts and being in this fear, I'm getting to a place where I'm not safe. And so really just practicing that mindfulness and stopping those thoughts. So what I did was I had to focus on something more positive. I actually put a piece of gum in my mouth and started focusing on how it feels to chew the gum. What does it taste like? how different does it feel if I chew on my left side versus my right side? Things like that, that you just want to really bring yourself to the present and really bring yourself to something that is a current topic. You know, I was currently chewing the gum, and it really brought me out of that train of thought because I was focusing so much on something current, but something that's not causing anxiety, something that's very neutral. So practicing that definitely helps get out of the state of anxiety. Once I realized, I was focusing so much on the gum that I completely forgot about what I was freaking out about. And then you kind of wander your mind, and it's like, all right, great. You're feeling better. Listen to some music or a podcast, whatever makes you feel happy. And I know the way I am right now, or the way that I am, I know that when I deal with days like this, I'm just, the entire day is going to be constant anxiety and panic, and it's a very uncomfortable day. Physically, I don't feel well at all, that I'm constantly thinking, like, do I need to just go to the doctor? Is that what I should do? So I know that these days are rough, and I can tell the difference between these days from the time that I wake up. But taking back that power to where you are in control is what really makes the difference. And it takes a lot of practice. And I'm not going to say that it's easy. And I'm not going to say that it's fully successful the first time that you try it. It's a constant practice. And, anybody that deals with severe anxiety and panic and PTSD knows this. So I want to make this video to try to help others that are in this situation, that do struggle, or that are trying to understand, loved ones that do struggle with this. So I want to flip my camera real quick so that way I can show you a little bit about this book. So the book that I got is Running with Mindfulness. And so basically, I haven't read it yet. I just bought it, actually. I have a few mindful journals and diary logs that I like to keep. I just wanted to show this book just to kind of show. So this is basically about like what they call like the runner's high. So you go for a walk, you go for a run, you go for a brisk jog, something like that, to break out of the anxiety, stress, depression. And as we know, exercise is proven to give us those endorphins to make us feel better. And so that's what this is about, and it talks about it. And also it's got all these different pages where it's like an interactive journal. So like this says, do or did you have controlling, critical, or angry parents? If so, how has that affected you? All these different pages where, you put your own thoughts into it. What do you struggle most to accept about others? I'm really looking forward to doing this because I think that these are so helpful whenever it's something that you're actually putting your own opinions in. This one, if there was one thing more than any other that you could do to reduce your excess anxiety, what would it be? So yeah, practicing mindfulness in many different ways, whether it's journaling, logging, doing interactive entries like this, just really, really and truly help. And especially if you can do something where you are struggling with an anxiety attack and you are able to go out for a walk or a run or just walking around the block sometimes can really help get us out, especially if it's good weather, sunshine. So yeah, I just wanted to really quickly kind of talk about that. This has a bunch of different sections. I really look forward to trying this out. And yeah, just wanted to give some more tips about mindfulness. So if journaling is your thing, look into something like this, or like I said, a mindful journal. That's what they're called, mindful journals, or even just diaries. thank you all so much. Again, I make these videos just to help with my own progress of understanding and controlling my severe anxiety, panic, and PTSD. And I hope that I can help anybody out there. So thank you so much, and take care.